Okay, hello. Welcome. If my co-host could please open up the doors. Welcome to Daily with Doc. My name is Becca Dukes, and as the hostess of this program, I am honored to be able to bring information to you that is empowering. So folks, if you feel unempowered because of your health, well, you're in for a treat. We have some good news to share with you today, that you have more control over your body and your health journey than others want you to know. So with that being said, folks, if you are invited to this program by somebody specific, make sure that you get back with them and thank them. Thank them for sharing and taking the time to share this program with you. And also, as you're listening, there's going to be a lot of information being shared. So if you want to go back and listen to the repeat, if you're on YouTube, make sure you're following Critical Health News. If you are on Rumble, again, make sure that you are, what was that? Oh, okay. Make sure that you are following us on Rumble and on Facebook. It is just Critical Health. So folks, we are excited to be able to have this program live. If you want to join us live, go to dailywithdoczoom.com all together at 12 o'clock Pacific time, PM, straight up lunch hour, makes it convenient where you can not only nourish your body, but nourish your brain and be empowered with information that you can use for yourself, your family, your community, and together we will reach around the world. Dr. Wallach is on a mission, and he is the doctor that we do host in this hour each and every weekday because, folks, he's done some amazing stuff in his life. He's helped millions of people find health, and maybe not millions, but many find wealth as well. And why not get a thank you check for sharing information with somebody that is life-changing? Why not get a thank you check for saying, hey, I love this product. I think it might help you as well. Or even for me, my hair stuff, my makeup stuff. Ladies, are you recommending your makeup to other people? Why not recommend what you wear and have it come from your very own store and be able to help support your family? And for me, okay, yeah, I have an addiction to, making sure that my lips look good and my eyes look good and my hair, it's not an addiction. But folks, we put our best face forward in everything that we do because we feel good from the inside out. So if you are here today and you have never spoken with anybody about longevity or any of the products, we do have a website available for you at dailywithdoc.com. On our website, you will have a store that goes through all the products that Dr. Wallach recommends in this program. You will also see the good foods, bad foods list. Folks, this is available to anybody and everybody, that good foods, bad foods list. Go and print it out. You can even save it on your phone, have it with you at all times. So as you're going shopping, you know exactly what not to put and what to put in your shopping cart that is going to be feeding your body with what it actually can utilize, instead of feeding it with things that are hiddenly or unexpectedly or unknowingly, that's the word, causing damage within the body. Because folks, everything that we put in our mouth is either going to do us good or do us harm. Let's make sure that we are eliminating the harm and promoting the good. And with that, because food is null and void of the nutrition that our body actually needs, we are here to supply information and educational information on the importance of supplementation. Now, the FDA does require us to let you know that the content of this program is for educational information only. This program is not meant to take the place of your primary care physician. And the FDA requires us to let you know that the products are not meant to treat, prevent, diagnose, or cure any diseases. But folks, as empowered individuals, we have the ability to be able to make decisions that just make sense and let the body do what it was designed to do. Now, we are honored to have one of the founding fathers of a science called epigenetics. Epigenetics in this science has proven the theory of disease transmission to be incorrect. So folks, if you were told that you have a genetic condition, chances are, yeah, it's only because they couldn't figure it out, because they don't go into nutrition like the doctor that we have with us today. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Dr. Joel Wallach, who has a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, a doctorate of veterinary medicine, 3 postdoctorates in pathology with over 30,000 autopsies or reviews of autopsies, and a naturopathic physician. Welcome, Dr. Wallach, to Daily with Doc.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca, and thank you, team, for being here so promptly every morning. I can't tell you how much you're appreciated. It takes a team to get all this done, and we're very excited because there's things happening that's going to make life easier for humanity. This is a big step, okay? It's coming. This is a big step for humanity, not just for our small family here of longevity people, okay, but for the world. This is for the world, okay? And we spend a lot of money treating symptoms of diseases that afflict humanity all over the world. And people have just gotten used to going to the doctor and getting a prescription for something that's going to help relieve pain and symptoms and help you sleep better and reduce your blood pressure levels and that kind of stuff. But it really hasn't changed the life expectancy. The life expectancy, the longest living person in the industrialized world, okay, was a French lady, Jean Calment. She died in 1997 at age 122 years, 164 days. Now, we have the best doctors in the world. Just ask them. Just ask anybody. Oh, yeah, I got the best doctor. Okay. Well, our life expectancy is 75, a little more than half, okay, of what Jean Calment died at age 122, okay? And she was still going out giving lectures at 111. I got pictures of her at 111 from magazines giving lectures and stuff around the world, okay? And so what's going on here? Well, we're going to talk about a group of diseases that I've been talking about, but now we have so much information that this is going to be submitted as a what should I say, as a scientific publication, okay? You know, the scientific publications going into medical journals and health journals and so forth. This is going to be one of those. And it's going to cover a class of diseases that all humans suffer from. We're talking about diseases of the central nervous system, the brain and the spinal cord, Alzheimer's disease. In America alone each year, we spend $345 billion with a B, $345 billion just to treat the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. Has it gotten rid of the disease? Has it lowered the number of Alzheimer's patients? No. That just treats the symptoms. And then we have also multiple sclerosis and Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is multiple sclerosis of the spinal cord. And we spend $85 billion a year treating the symptoms of MS and Guillain-Barré syndrome, $85 billion. Then Parkinson's disease, which I'm very excited about. Parkinson's disease, we spend $52 billion a year just to treat the symptoms. And by chasing down Parkinson's disease and doing all the studies on it and chasing down every study that's been done in modern times on Parkinson's disease, I figured out the cause, prevention, and reversal. We have a wonderful story. It's a case report of a 75-year-old lady who was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and by a big, very famous medical clinic. I can't give you the name yet until it's been accepted for publication. Okay. And this is a very famous clinic. Every country in the world knows this clinic. That's how famous it is. Okay. And she was diagnosed by them 13 years ago. I thought it was 11, but it was 13 years ago with Parkinson's disease. And they were able to kind of keep her going. It's kind of up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down for 13 years. And then we got her on our program, okay, which we developed for Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease and MS and FTD and ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, and which totals $490.30 billion per year. Okay. We figured out how to deal with this. We put her on this program, and in 2.5 months, she went back for her 13th annual physical, and she'd been found positive for Parkinson's disease every year for 12 years. And when she went for her 13th annual physical, she was negative for Parkinson's disease, and negative. Okay. That's because she was on our program for 2.5 months. Okay. Now, we've been doing this sort of loosely around the place, but this lady is important for several reasons. Number one, she kept impeccable records. Number two, she was diagnosed by a very famous medical clinic. Okay. And after 12 years, this very famous medical clinic said that she's now Parkinson's free. Okay. So this is the one that's going to get published and highlighted and so forth. It's going to blow everybody's mind. Okay. Because the information that goes out for Parkinson's disease is going to help us eliminate Alzheimer's, FTD, multiple sclerosis, Guillain-Barré syndrome, and also ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, aka Lou Gehrig's disease. $490.30 billion a year we're spending just to treat the symptom, not prevent or cure them. Okay, so just taking this little nutritional program is actually not that, which they say is not that complicated. It's a little bit of a diet. You got to give up a few things. And then it's a supplement program that you have to be on for the rest of your life. Not until you get better, but forever. Okay. You'll add many healthy years to your life. Now, I have to tell you, there was a wonderful article written in a magazine. It's a Parkinson's magazine, Parkinson's community magazine, called Parkinson's Life. You can look it up. And the 2016 issue, 2-year-old could be the world's youngest person diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. And here's this little 2-year-old guy with Parkinson's disease, all the classic symptoms of the tremors and cramps and that sort of stuff. Everything that's typical of Parkinson's disease he had at 2 years of age. Okay. And so we're trying to track that family down. We know the name of the mom and the kid, and we're trying to track them down. We haven't contacted them yet. We've tried. We're working hard to find them. And so we will eventually. And then it goes into a lot of other people who are in their teens and 20s. This issue, because of that young person, they're looking at, how many people, there's even one case in here where the baby was born and diagnosed at birth with Parkinson's disease, okay? And so we're talking about all these people with Parkinson's disease, different ages, 17, 23, 40, 30, and so on, birth, 2 years old, okay? Because it's not a genetic disease, it's not an autoimmune disease, it's a very simple nutritional deficiency disease, and we've got it identified impeccably. It's identified impeccably. So all this is going to be in this publication, okay? And we got this flip chart coming out, and I don't know if it's going to be in this initial issue of the flip chart, but it'll be a companion of the flip chart at least, because we'll have a reprint of the publication, of the scientific publication. We'll make those available to people just at cost plus postage, whatever it is, So I don't know, but it's going to be about something like 5 or 6 pages, okay? And I'm very excited about that because this is going to get the information out there in a scientific manner. This is not just speaking. This is published. This will be published, okay, in a professional journal. Okay, I'm so happy. We've already gotten sort of preliminary acceptance, okay, by the group that publishes this scientific journal, okay? And so I'm expecting that it's going to go well. And when this comes out, we're going to, I don't know, we'll probably make several thousand imprints. We'll get them to the medical schools. We'll get them to the naturopathic schools. We'll get them to the chiropractic schools. We'll get them to the DO schools. We'll get them to the nursing schools and so on. We'll get them to the pharmaceutical schools. We want everybody who is going to be somewhere along the line involved with the treatment of things like Alzheimer's disease, MS.
Oh,
Huh?
Dr. Wallach, what we're doing is we're giving the body the nutritional support that it needs so that the body can do what it was designed to do.
That's correct. We need to educate all the professional people, so they need to know to do the same thing. They can't just keep giving drugs to relieve symptoms. We don't want that to be their primary drive. We want them to say, okay, this is a nutritional thing. It's proven it's a nutritional thing. Here's the nutritional thing is in this professional paper. We're going to give you a copy of it. Okay. And of course, they'll know where to get the stuff. Okay. Because we already have this. We're working and we're working with all these other related diseases. You know, we're working with Alzheimer's disease, MS, Parkinson's disease, FTD, ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. We're talking about just short of $500 billion a year, $500 billion a year, just treating these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different diseases that affect all the same tissue, the central nervous system, the brain and the spinal cord, the brain and the spinal cord. The brain and spinal cord control everything else through the nerves called pericranial nerves, spinal cord, sciatica, all this stuff. Okay, it all starts up here, okay, in the brain and the spinal cord. So this is going to be a very unique approach because we're not giving the doctors a prescription that they can write for people. If they don't want to tell people how to prevent and reverse these diseases with nutrition, we're here. That's what we're here for. We have the stuff. We'll be giving more and more Zooms and more lectures, and we will make this just like I showed you the information on this magazine, okay, which is Parkinson's Life, Parkinson's.life, okay? Well, we're going to have this scientific paper published showing you how to prevent and reverse these diseases because they're not genetic, they're not autoimmune, they're not something that you have to take a prescription for. You take these nutrients, you'll never get these problems. You have these problems, you take these nutrients, these problems will go away. That's why I'm so excited about this. I'm getting the same feeling I got when I discovered the cause, prevention, and reversal of cystic fibrosis. I got fired for saying it wasn't genetic from the Yerkes Primate Center in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. And then I found the cause, prevention, and reversal of let's see here, cystic fibrosis, also muscular dystrophy. We gave it to Jerry Lewis, one of our great Navy SEALs, Marvin Ropp, and I and Jerry Lewis. We went around looking at not all, but many of the doctors' reports where these kids had been reversed. They didn't have it anymore and tested negative for muscular dystrophy by biopsy and everything else. And so we gave it to Jerry Lewis. He took it to the Muscular Dystrophy Association. They fired Jerry Lewis, put a gag order on him. And the next day, which was September 5th, 2011, they shut down his telethon. He had raised $46 billion for them on the telethon. And when we did find the cause, prevention, and reversal of muscular dystrophy, they fired Jerry Lewis. What a shameful thing to do. And then, of course, we also were able to, with the same information, eliminate sudden death syndrome, SIDS. The mothers were not laying on the babies, as doctors said. The doctors were saying the babies were dying of SIDS, sudden death syndrome, because the mothers were laying on the babies and suffocating them. And how dumb is that? Okay. And when we put all these nutrients in the baby formulas, within 90 days of our great attorney, Jonathan Emord, who's running for senator now, okay, we're very proud of him. But we've sued the FDA 8 times in federal court. We won each time. Got these nutrients put into baby formulas. We eliminated cystic fibrosis, muscular dystrophy, and sudden death syndrome just by putting these 3 nutrients. No, I shouldn't say it that way. By putting these nutrients, more than 3. By putting these nutrients, okay, into these baby formulas, we eliminated these 3 terrible, catastrophic baby diseases. Now, there's a guy that just came out from a company on the East Coast and said now they've been approved to inject DNA okay, of normal cells into normal muscle cells into people, kids with muscular dystrophy. Well, that's fine if they want to do that. Okay, but you can get rid of and prevent muscular dystrophy with a nutritional program. It's proven in court. It's proven, it's been published over and over and over. It's been, let's say, proven literally millions of times around the world. And so I'm very, very excited about this. And so we're going to have the same result here with Parkinson's disease. This is going to be, I have that same feeling when I found the cause, prevention, and reversal of all those three diseases: cystic fibrosis, muscular dystrophy, and Sennett syndrome. Now, this is the same thing here with Alzheimer's, MS, Guillain-Barré syndrome, Parkinson's disease, FTD, and ALS. It's so beautiful because it's going to relieve humanity of these terrible, terrible, terrible diseases that destroyed lives and families and individuals. And that's going to all go away here pretty quick because it's coming out. Over to you, Rebecca.
Well, it sounds like it's a crusade to end suffering, Dr. Wallach.
Well, that's what it is. It is a crusade. And it's one of those things where that's why we have so many books and CDs. They are crusades. And we're just picking up a large group of countries that are being brought in by one organization that's coming up pretty quick. And it says 38 countries involved, okay? The new ones coming into the longevity program. And the thing that got them excited was the program we did with the health coaches, okay? And this was, let's see here. This was something that was really, really exciting, where we were able to eliminate these three diseases, okay, and get it put around the earth. And we had a crusade to get this information out there. And so here we are now coming up with a crusade, okay, to eliminate a lot more diseases based on the same sort of approach. So I cannot thank this organization enough. Do we want to name the organization yet?
Nope.
Not yet. Okay. Well, when the publication comes out and they get the credit for the publication, okay, it'll blow your mind.
Yeah. So this is just, a continuation of a crusade, folks, that has an open door. If you are looking for ways to be able to help yourself, help your family, help your community, if you want to reach around the world because of the influence that you have within your own life in making a positive impact on health, then come join us. Go ahead and go to dailywithdoc.com and use that contact option there in the menu and let us know that you would like to be part of this crusade as well. If you were invited by somebody specific to this program, make sure that you get back with them. They took the time, and we want to make sure that they get the opportunity to help you in making that impact around your community and circle of influence. Because we are part of an amazing community, amazing family, that we have no walls. We are one team, one dream is what a lot of people say. And I love the fact that we work together. We don't have that every man for himself type mentality that many companies that are direct sales have. It's not here. And I love that, Dr. Wallach. And it comes from the top down. In our leadership, we are here for everyone. And that's one reason why we put the Institute of Holistic Health together with two of our leaders and you. And then I just was blessed with the talent to be able to help support it and make everything roll to the best of my ability. To be able to teach your message, Dr. Wallach, about the 4 areas of health, how they're affected by nutritional deficiencies, and also how we are able to use formulations as a solution to those deficiencies. Now, we do have the wheel of complete health, holistic health, that includes 8 different points. That includes the spiritual, the relationships, the mental stuff, because if you've got one thing off, then the whole picture is not a whole picture. But if you have health off, folks, then all those other pieces of the picture are affected. And we want to make sure that you know there are ways that you can support the body as a whole to be the best that it can absolutely be because of the way it was designed. So, Dr. Wallach, I know we have lots of people with questions. Folks, if you are here with us in the Zoom and you would like to ask Dr. Wallach a question, use that virtual hand. Go to the Zoom menu and click raise hand, and we will be going through questions of the people that are here with us live in the Zoom room, go through their questions. And then also for those who are on YouTube, I'm able to see those. Plus we have AJ monitoring and Ruth Ellen too, monitoring Rumble, Facebook, and YouTube to help make sure that we don't miss any of those questions. But if we don't get to your question, please go to our website, dailywithdoc.com, and use that contact us. If you've never spoken to anybody about longevity or the products or Dr. Wallach, then we do have a call team also standing by at 855-949-3377. Again, that's 855-949-3377. And one thing that Dr. Wallach didn't do, which he usually does in his monologue, is he talks about his publications where he has all this information from his research and clinical application. Folks, it's not just research and, oh, this should work. This is putting things in action in the clinics that he had, which were not big enough. He wanted to go bigger. And that's why he developed the way that we are able to promote wellness now. And that is through the company Longevity, which he no longer is, he doesn't receive a paycheck from them. So he wants to be able to promote wellness without there being any ties that he is just doing it because he makes a paycheck. His funding, his paycheck comes from the sale of his books. So please go to drjwallach.com and support Dr. Wallach by filling your library with those tools that give information that helps support and build and maintain and regain vitality within life. So Dr. Wallach, let's go to the first hand that is up. And we have Lynn. Lynn, go ahead and unmute yourself. You are on with Dr. Wallach.
Okay, hello. I hope my audio is working. Are you able to hear me?
Perfect.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yes, I do have a question. My left leg has been swelling for years on my ankle. Now I'm getting frequent and acute pains below the ankle bone around it. And I thought it was connected with plantar fasciitis problem I'm having, but I was told it's likely osteoarthritis of the ankle, and I'm told there isn't any help for that. So I'm wondering, between the edema and the osteoarthritis of the ankle, is there anything I can do for those?
Sure. Okay. Well, first of all, how old are you?
73.
Okay. And how much do you weigh?
145.
Do you have any other issues like diabetes or high blood pressure?
No, I do have other issues, but not those.
Okay. Let's see.
I am told, I was just told with a strength test with the kinesiologist that my heart isn't working quite as well as it should, but he thought that exercise and a nitric oxide supplement would help it.
Okay, we'll stop there. We were talking about atrial fibrillation. We're talking about bradycardia, slow heart rate, tachycardia, fast heart rate. What are we talking about?
He didn't have a name for it. He just said it's not as strong as it should be.
Okay. And let's see here. Do you have any ringing in your ears or tinnitus?
Rarely, occasionally, but rarely.
Okay. How many times you wake up at night to urinate? Once, 3 times, 5 times, 10 times?
Once or twice.
Okay.
And it usually wakes me up in the morning too.
Okay. Now, do you think that's caused by your prostate gland?
Not likely.
Yeah, girlies don't have prostate glands, do they?
Yeah. No, I actually don't.
Okay. All right. But we're getting a picture put together here. Okay. What about your voice? Has your voice changed any? Do you have any trouble swallowing?
Um, I have a lot of phlegm lately, but I have to keep clearing my throat. But other than that, I don't think so.
Okay, so you are clearing your throat regularly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. That could be caused by the skull squeezing the ninth cranial nerve, the glossopharyngeal nerve. Okay. And the waking up maybe three times a night or urinating when you first wake up in the morning, that'll be number 3 or number 4. This can be caused by the skull squeezing the spinal cord, and the spinal cord is telling your urinary bladder to urinate. And then when you have this tinnitus or ring or buzzing in the ears once in a while, once a week, once a month, or something like that, again, it can be the skull squeezing the auditory branch of the 8th cranial nerve. Okay. And do you have any, let's see here, any loss of the sense of smell or taste?
No trouble with those.
Okay. All right. Any skin problems?
Yes, I do have a problem with skin cancer.
Okay. All right. And then lastly, do you have white, gray, or silver hair?
It's kind of it's a little gray brown.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be totally. If you have one gray hair, the answer is yes.
Oh, okay. The answer is yes then.
Okay. Now, gray hair is not due to aging. Gray hair is due to nutritional deficiency. Okay. And it has to do with absorption. Okay. And so basically what you need to do is get rid of all the bad foods. And I want you to get Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. It's 300 pages of safe recipes and cooking methods, and gives you the good food, bad food list, and tell you why the bad foods are bad foods and so on. Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. Every family should have that one. And then we want you to, let's see here, also want you to get It's All in Your Head, the book It's All in Your Head. It goes into 37 different health issues you can have. You have osteoporosis of the skull. And it'll blow your mind when you see what a skull looks like when you have osteoporosis of the skull. The skull should be a 1/4 inch thick normally. Okay. Up on the top. And then the
Yes.
bottom one is same thing at autopsy. The skull's been removed and you're looking down on the brain, but the skull is 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick, squeezing the 12 pairs of cranial nerves and also squeezing the spinal cord as it comes out of the back of the skull, creating all these diseases. Now your doctor will say, oh, you're losing your hearing. We're going to send you to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, and they will give you a hearing aid. Well, if your skull is squeezing, okay, that nerve, okay, the cranial nerve that deals with hearing, okay, it's one of those things that, which they say, you have to understand that getting a hearing aid is not going to solve that problem. So that 3 years down the line, because you haven't dealt with the problem, you could die because of osteoporosis of the skull, because you just were dealing with the hearing problem. Okay. Again, that's the auditory branch of the 8th cranial nerve being squeezed by osteoporosis of the skull. So then we want you to take 145 pounds. I weigh 142. I want you to take at least 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month. 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month. If you only weigh 110 or something like that, but you weigh 145, so you're right at that point. If finances are not an issue, I'd get 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. That's what I get, and I only weigh 142. I have to pay for them like everybody else. But a minimum of 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month. Take a half a dose twice a day. If you take 2 per month, take a full dose twice a day, the healthy brain and heart pack. Then I want you to take 2 bottles a month of the MSM. So you take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, or dinner time. They're going to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone makes one itself. I also want you to take our Synaptive. Take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. It's going to help your brain cells talk to each other The brain cells talk to the spinal cord cells, the spinal cord talk to the brain cells. And I'm saying that because of your knee and swelling in your leg and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Because it might not be a leg problem and a knee problem. It could be from the skull squeezing, okay, the spinal cord. And then I also want you to have our synaptive. I said synaptive. I want you to also have our I-26, which helps you rebuild the myelin, the white matter of the brain. Are you having demyelinization? Are you losing the white matter in your brain and the spinal cord? And all this stuff is related to that. Very common in people over the age of 25 and 30. Okay. And then if you have pain in your leg, we do have the CM cream you can apply. It'll be about 4 to 5 hours of pain relief. Okay, the CM cream. We also have the Soothe. We have the roll-on, and we have the spray. Soothe that comes from our it's a hemp product. Okay, and so that'll give you a little longer instead of 3 to 4 hours of pain relief. It'll give you 4 to 5 hours pain relief. So I kind of alternate and use them when I go out and work out in the field or something like that, or load and unload trucks. Okay, and so give us a call. Let us know how it goes, because you're going to have a great story. We deal with this all the time with professional athletes, Olympic athletes, university athletes, people who work in factories and so forth. And so we have an enormous experience with literally thousands of people every year with your same story. And it's rare when they don't get, what they're expecting to get. And usually it's because they continue to eat wheat, brown, rye, and oats and buckwheat, and they're eating the bad foods and they can't absorb. And so it's the toilet that actually gets the benefit of all the vitamins and minerals. Okay. So if you're still eating all the bad foods, you have to be able to absorb that stuff for it to work. Call us every couple of weeks or every month, and it's toll free. It doesn't cost you anything to call us. So call us 2 weeks or 1 week or 10 days or a month and let us know what's going on. Okay, Rebecca, back to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Lynn.
All right, thank you, Dr. Wallach. And we're going to move right over to Ruth Ellen with a question from the audience.
Hello, everyone. All right, so I have Sue on Facebook, and she would like to know, can we regrow the damaged villi in our intestines? Oh, it shifted, so give me 1 second. And what else damages the villi besides gluten?
Okay, yes, you can regrow the villi, no problem. It takes a couple of months to do it. It's a slow process, not just snap and it's overnight, they're there again. It takes a while to regrow it. In addition to gluten, wheat, brown, rye, and oats, buckwheat doesn't have any gluten in it, but it has Fago, F-A-G-O pyrines in there, which is 10 times worse than gluten. So you can't have buckwheat pancakes on the weekends. You can't have buckwheat cereal and that kind of stuff. Okay, you can't have any buckwheat cookies and so on. And I like to eat pizza, but we have to use the gluten-free pizza crusts. They're made from one of these little cabbages, or what is it called?
Flour, Dr. Wallach?
What? Cauliflower?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so cauliflower. Okay, cauliflower pizza crust. Okay, gluten-free. And so you don't have to give up anything. And of course, if you're a beer drinker, drink beer that comes from Australia and New Zealand and Japan and China, because they're made from rice. It must say made from rice. Okay, because if you drink beer, beer is made from wheat. People say, well, I don't eat any spaghetti anymore. What do you drink for dinner every night? Well, I drink my beer every night. Well, what brand is it? Oh, well, that's made from wheat. That's why you're still having problems. That's why you're not getting a result from taking all these supplements. If you want to drink beer, that's fine, but drink a beer from Australia, New Zealand, Japan, or China that's made from rice, and you won't get the gluten or the phagopyrines that way. Okay, so I hope that answers that question.
Okay, thank you. And
You
then
bet.
we have somebody asking on YouTube, it keeps shifting on me, but the question was, how does a person get over adrenal fatigue? And we would just go by somebody who's 100 pounds. And I don't have any other information than that.
Okay. Well, adrenal fatigue caused by people who have a lot of stress, either physical or emotional or both. Okay. Doing a lot of sweating, because the adrenal glands require a lot of nutrition. Okay. So they have to give up all the bad foods, get the book, Dr. Wallach's Cooking About the Bad Foods, 300 pages of safe recipes and cooking and so forth. This individual also needs the 90 essential nutrients. If, again, finances are not an issue, I'd go with the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, 1 per 100 pounds of body weight. If finances are an issue, take the Healthy Start Pack. Okay. And to get the adrenals happy, take our Rebound, our sports drink, okay, with 100 nutrients in it. We have the sticks, we have the canisters, and they have 75 minerals and 25 vitamins and amino acids in them. There's 30 sticks in a box. There's 36 servings in the canister. We do have cans, but the cans are carbonated. So I pop 2 cans every night before I go to bed, put the opened up cans in the refrigerator. So by morning, 8 hours later, all the carbonation is gone. And I'll drink one with breakfast, and I'll have a half of the second one at lunchtime. I'll have the second half of the second one over the afternoon. So I'm getting the 90 essential nutrients all day 4 times. Okay. Twice from my program, and then once or twice also from the Rebound. And so these are all tested on professional athletes, Olympic athletes. We cannot thank people like Theo Ratliff and Evander Holyfield and many other, let's see here, Kelly Herron, female All-American basketball player. She had terrible stuff going on with her shooting shoulder. We rebuilt her. She played for 2 more years for the University of Tennessee, and then came and played 4 years for professional women's basketball. And now she's running around training young ladies all over the world, to deal with athletics and stuff. Very proud of her, Kelly Herron. So I hope that helps.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much, Dr. Wallach.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Ruth Ellen, for being out there and fielding these calls or questions as well. Now, going back to the villi, Dr. Wallach, you had said, yes, you can rebuild the villi. Now, the question is, how? Okay,
well, you rebuild the villi by taking away the irritation that kills the villi. No fried foods, no processed meats, no ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky, corned beef, spam, hot dogs, all that, anything with chemicals in there, even if it's just nitrates, okay? You got to get rid of that stuff. And then you have to stay away from all forms of oils, cooking oils and salad dressings. I like to use things like cream and yogurt for my salad dressings. I use lemon juice. We use a lot of salt, our Himalayan salt and our seasoned salt from Australia, which has all the salt from the seaweeds, and fucoid Z made from seaweed. Okay, we also have Ocean's Gold made from seaweed. All kinds of great stuff happens with that. They'll help you rebuild your villi. And then also, I like to support the villi. Use our ultimate enzymes called the gallbladder in a bottle, our ultimate enzymes. I take 2 or 3 of those, depending on what I'm eating. If I'm going to be eating a big steak at a barbecue and all that kind of stuff, I'll have 3 of my ultimate enzymes, say 5 or 10 minutes before that meal. But if I'm eating my standard meals, I'll have 2 before each meal of my ultimate enzymes, say maybe 5 or 10 minutes beforehand, a couple ounces of water. And let's see here. Again, no buckwheat because of the phagopyrines, and no sugar, no carbonated drinks. That includes diet drinks and also carbonated water, because carbonation neutralizes stomach acid, so you cannot absorb minerals or digest food. And the good Lord gave us the capacity to make stomach acid because that's how we digest food and how we absorb minerals. You must have the stomach acid. Don't be taking anything that's going to neutralize your stomach acid. If you have a doctor who says, oh, you have a stomach issue, let's give you some drugs here to stop your stomach acid, go get another opinion from another doctor, because that's not right. Okay, the good Lord gave you the stomach acid for a purpose.
So we're talking antacids, folks.
Mm-hmm. No antacids.
No antacids. You need
Hey,
that.
doctor, I love you so much. I'm doing so well. I'm going to give you all, I have all these leftover antacids. I'm going to give them to you. Please, you have to guarantee me you're the one who'll be able to take all these.
That's just vengeful, Dr. Wallach. That's not kind. We want to promote health in everybody. So even doctors, Dr. Wallach, because if they can feel the difference, then they're more apt to be able to share it with others. So let's be kind, okay?
Well, if doctors love their patients, we love those doctors. If the doctors are just there doctoring because they want the money, then we have to get another opinion.
Well, you definitely take that Hippocratic oath very seriously on doing no harm. And that's what this program is all about, is providing information that supports wellness. And as our bodies are continually making cells and we're feeding the body what it needs to make more productive, healthier cells, that plays a big part into how the villi are able to be regrown. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Fantastic. And then I wanted to go back to rice beer, Dr. Wallach, because a buddy and I, we were looking through rice beer and we did this whole, read through some articles. And folks, read labels, because even the ones that say rice beer have grain spirits, which include wheat, barley, rye, or oats to add to the flavor of the beer. So you want to make sure that you are truly, even those rice beers, looking for one that is grain-free, gluten-free. Make sure it says there, gluten-free, because they're sneaking it into the rice beer too, Dr. Wallach.
Yes, you're exactly right. You got to, be, what they say, alert, be educated, and to protect your family, your loved ones, your neighbors, your workmates, your community, and yourself. You have to constantly be learning. I mean, I'm still learning. That's why I'm so excited about this program with the Parkinson's thing. I mean, to me, for a long time, I was just kind of believing, what the medical system was saying, that this is a disease of seniors and blah, 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 blah. And then when I diagnosed it in kids, I said, this can't be right. I'm finding Parkinson's disease, where they're having all these tremors and cramps and all this kind of stuff in these little kids. I said, there's something wrong here. This kid's only like 8 years old or 10 years old or 12 years old. This can't be Parkinson's disease, because this is a disease they only find in people over 50. But it was in those kids.
Yep. And Dr. Wallach, one thing that I love about you is, you take calls from people all the time. And we have the coaches bringing information and questions, and you take that information and those individuals seriously, and looking at what symptoms that they are having, looking at continually, okay, because information changes, but you have been very consistent when it comes to that good foods, bad foods list for a couple decades now. And finding out, because of the autopsies that you did and looking deeper into, the habits of different individuals prior to their demise, as to what possibly caused the damage that you were seeing in those autopsies.
Right. And
So I commend you for that.
That's what I learned when those 500 sheep died in one night. Okay. What was they had been doing for 6 months that caused that death that one night, because the environment changed and they were subject to hypothermia, okay, because they couldn't respond to the change in environmental temperature, because the water they were drinking was polluted with the fertilizer from the surrounding farms. And one night 500 died. Okay, I'm just a student, and all the professors are gone, but I was able to figure it out, okay, because it was so dramatic. Even a dumb kid, figured it out.
Well, dumb is not the correct word for you, Dr. Wallach. And we're coming up to the end of our show, but let's try to get one more question in here. And Z, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Hi, Dr. Wallach.
How can we help you?
Go ahead.
I'm calling on behalf of a friend. Basically, we just had this discussion today. He's 34 years old, about 6'2", weighs 210 pounds, and he just got diagnosed with fatty liver. And he's been trying to change up his diet. And so I asked him, this is like a follow-up. I said, how are you doing? And he said, it's okay. And he said he still has a dull pain that just doesn't go away. And then speaking of the antacids, that was how we ended our discussion. He said the doctor also put him on Pepsid. And I was like, I said, you don't want to do that. I was like, you want to eradicate the problem. He said, absolutely, I do. I don't want to just live off of this. So it's so funny you just mentioned that now. So my question is, how could he possibly resolve this problem of the fatty liver?
Fatty liver. Okay, it's very simple nutritional deficiency disease. Okay, he needs to be getting rid of all the bad foods. Get a hold of that book, Dr. Wallach, Cooking Without the Bad Foods, 300 pages of safe recipes, cooking methods, and good food, bad food list. It's all in one book. And then at 210 pounds, he needs 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, the full dose of everything twice a day, 2 bottles a month of the MSM, so you take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. That way you can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. It's going to help him rebuild cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between vertebrae. I'm hearing a lot of talking in the background there. Somebody's talking, they're not muted.
She's on a cell phone, Dr. Wallach, and she may not be in a perfectly.
Okay.
So I did go ahead and mute her. Go ahead, please.
Okay. And so then additionally to those things, I'd also throw in the ultimate enzymes. I go ahead and take 3 of those breakfast, lunch, and dinner, ultimate enzyme, 3 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then I would also take let's see here, I would take the ultimate daily classic tablets, ultimate daily classic tablets. By the way, the ultimate enzymes, we call the gallbladder in a bottle, because we do have bile in there to help assist the liver's health functions and so forth. And then we want the ultimate daily classic tablets for circulation. The liver requires an enormous amount of blood supply, okay, to do its functions. So we want ultimate daily classic tablets. I go ahead with 3 twice a day. Start out with 3 twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month, the ultimate daily classic tablets. And then again, our rebound, our sports shrink, which has 100 nutrients in it. The sticks have no carbonation. The canister has no carbonation. Cans do have carbonation. I pop 2 of them at night, put in the refrigerator, so they're free of carbonation. I drink those 2 the next day. Sometimes I get in a hurry and I only get to drink 1 a day, but I drink a minimum of 1 a day of a rebound for those 100 nutrients. And so that's in addition to the 100 nutrients I'm getting by taking the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack and all these other things, okay, including the ultimate enzymes and the ultimate daily classic tablets and so forth. The liver responds very, very quickly, but you got to stay away from the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no bar, rye, oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go, and also the carbonated water has to go. So with that, fatty liver should go away very quickly. But got to get rid of the bad foods, and of course, fried potatoes and fried chicken and fried fish, stir fries of all kinds. You got to watch it if you're, super heating pizza and things like that. You got to watch it. You don't want to be turning fats into trans fats, which cause irritation to the liver. The liver responds very quickly, can heal very quickly.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. We just appreciate you and your time and all that you do to help us. You are amazing.
Oh.
And I know it's time for you to get ready for your next opportunity to help others. So thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. We will see you again tomorrow. And hey, safe travels on those internet waves, my friend. And if I could just get my co-hosts on the screen with me, I just want to give them a big shout out and a thanks. And lots of questions today and lots of information that I hope that you are able to use and share with other people, because that's what this program is all about. It's all about being a resource to others. Now, there was a question asking, what would you use for things like heartburn and stuff like that? And personally, since I've been on the program and eating good foods, bad foods list, I don't have those issues. But I do find that if I overeat, we have a product called Digest FX that is absolutely amazing, that can be taken between meals and offers great relief for that fullness and any type of poor response to too much or the wrong foods. So Digest FX is something that we also recommend for that. And I'm not quite sure what I did or what I said that would offer Gloria to say that I offended anybody or disrespected him, because never, ever in a million years would I do that. To protect the program, protect Dr. Wallach from going into the courts, yes, I will say something. I will stand for that, because he means a lot to me, and so does the company and the products and this program. So folks, we want to stand for what we believe in, especially when it has to do with the truth that is going to be benefiting others around the world. And that's what I'm all about. That's what my team is all about. And I just want to thank Sherry for helping let everybody in, keep an eye on the room, and helping to field questions and offer answers. And same for Marilyn, folks. If you were on live with us and had that chat box, you would see what Marilyn was or what Dr. Wallach was recommending, because of Marilyn's amazing typing skills, and also the information that is additional to help people find the products that Dr. Wallach is speaking of, and information that supports that. Thank you so much for Marilyn for doing that. Greatly appreciate you. And for AJ, Mr. Sportus out there and in here, fielding questions and comments and letting me making sure that I don't miss them. If I did, in fact, miss something, we encourage you to go to dailywithdoc.com and send a comment in there under contact in the menu. And he's also part of my technical staff to make sure everything's connecting, as is Ruth Ellen Sanchez, who's my girl. We were both kind of thrown into this. We were thrown into the deep end, and I think we figured out how to swim, Ruth Ellen, and are getting really good at making everything go without a hitch. So we just want to thank all of you who have been hanging in with us and watching and making sure, or sticking with us, knowing that we would get it right. I knew we would get it right, and I think we finally got it. But thank you, everybody, for joining us here on Daily with Doc. Get back with the person that shared this program with you. Thank them for even a little bit of information that you may have gained from this program that you did not know before, or reinforced something that you were wondering about. So there's so many different ways to look at information. Tell them thank you for sharing this information with you today. And if you are interested in any of the products or the protocols that Dr. Wallach mentioned, make sure that you get back again with the person that shared this program with you. Make note of the date of today's program so that you can go to YouTube or Facebook or Rumble or even our website and look this date up, so that you can look up or re-listen to the recommendations, and make sure that we get a program that is, or the person that's helping you gets a program that Dr. Wallach, he himself, recommended for you. Now, if you are not working with a health coach and you would like to speak with a health coach, we have an amazing team of coaches at 855-949-3377. We are just a small portion of an amazing community, folks. So we want to make sure that you get back with that part of the community that shared this program with you. My name is Becca Dukes, and I just thank you once again. I have so much gratitude for the opportunity to be able to bring this information to you, and to have people continue to watch and share and comment and send in their questions. Don't forget to like us on those platforms. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter. And most of all, don't forget to take your 90 essential nutrients. If you're not taking them, give us 90 days and you'll never go back. Until next time, bye for now.